Okay, we're going to start off with Training Room from Sega versus Capcom 2, which is, I assume, a Mugen fan game. Now, there's nothing wrong with the stage, though I am curious how much of it is original and how much of it is, you know, hodgepodge from other things. I've actually seen a few times in the Mugen community where there'll be a fan game or something, and they'll just straight use a stage from, like, let's say Street Fighter or Fatal Fury, and they'll just, you know, list it as their fan game, like, stage for a character that, and then they'll just use a Street Fighter character and then slap it into Mugen Archive or release. So if I find that this is a copy of something else, and, like, I'll probably just delete this and use the source original. But if it's a very well-made hodgepodge, I'll probably keep it. I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably be a long time before I figure it out, though. I mean, if you know what this stuff is made from, let me know. Here we have Mementos from Persona 5. And it's really good. I like it quite a bit. There might be a scale problem, but like maybe these characters should be bigger in this, like, from where they're standing, but it's great. It's great besides that. It's not a big deal. Next up we have Wakfu Village, and there's actually something interesting about this one. On Mugen Archive he says he released a 1.0 and or 1.0 and 1.1 versions, but so I downloaded the 1.1 version, and it looks great on the surface. You know, it looks really nice, but if you know, as soon as it starts to boom, you see the top of the tree is just gone. And first I thought, did I download the wrong one? Did I accidentally download 1.0 instead of the 1.1 version? But no, I double-checked, I re-downloaded, and this is the 1.0 version. They are slightly, like, I think maybe that one zooms up even higher in this, but his 1.1 release is busted in 1.1. I don't think there's anything special about my 1.1, and I didn't add any mods to my Mugen. So he just, like, made a mistake. Maybe he didn't check the zoom. I don't know. I probably will, if he doesn't release an update of this, I might just, like, cut the bound height down so it naturally cuts off at the top of the tree. Or maybe even disable the zoom to stop it from doing that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to get rid of this stage, though. I actually quite like it. The next stage is from a Mickey Mouse game on the PlayStation. He released two different versions, a regular version and then a 720 version. But to my eye, they look basically identical. Yeah, that's the normal. And this is the 720. They look basically the same inside Mugen 1.1. I don't actually know if there's a difference. I'm not seeing it. It's fine though. I'll keep it. Next we have Piconjo Manor from Newgrounds Rumble. And why it's mostly fine, I can't help but notice there's JPEG fuss everywhere. So, Camren Springer, if you're watching this, if you have any access to a higher res image, you need to go that extra mile to make your stage, like, really pop. Because right now, the fuzz is just everywhere. Like, it doesn't need to be there. Yeah, you just port a higher res image in if you can actually find one, and then, you know, like, shrink it down once it's inside, and it should be fine. Here we have Front Yard from Plants vs. Zombies. And why this might be good to put a Plant vs. Zombies character in, if such a thing even exists. I did find one noticeable flaw in it, besides the fact that it just looks odd to have your characters, because the angle is all wacky. But if you jump up, if you launch a character into the sky, you'll see that there's a big black void exposed up top. It's probably easily fixed with just like some bound high stuff, but there is a definite flaw in this one, besides the angle looking wacky. This is Forest Tower entrance from something called Rodland. And this can't be what it's supposed to look like. What is it about the Mugen 1.0 to 1.1 difference that like scrambles the tile set or something? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I looked at the image for preview of the stage and it definitely didn't look like this. Like, there's supposed to be some like water below the tower that you can see like a reflection in. And it definitely doesn't, you know, have it half and half like this. I don't even know how to fix this. So yeah, in 1.1, this doesn't seem to work. This is Neo Tokyo from Pulseman, a lesser-known Game Freak game. I think they made it before they made Pokemon. But, you know, not too many people know about it. And there is no problems with this. It seems fine. You know, it doesn't break if you knock him to the sky. There's plenty of space up there. I'll be keeping it. This is Monty's house from Monty on the Run, which I've never heard of. And considering there's a Commodore 64 in the background, this is probably why I never heard of it. Yeah, there's no problems. It's fine. I wonder if Mr. Nate is old as sin if he remembers some Commodore 64 game. Because I grew up with the NES. I wouldn't have remembered some Atari game. This stage is from a game called Madness Hydraulic. And it's fine. There's no arrows, the floors doesn't slide or anything that I've noticed. Yeah, it's fine. Nice factory looking stage. This stage is from Runbow, and it is weird. Like, the floor is so ill-defined that you can't really tell where you are. The background just stays solid. It doesn't... Yeah. It's just this weird pattern that just keeps changing colors. I don't even know if that's like supposed to be a mountain range or what. I don't think I'll be keeping this one. This is Town Tussle from Chaos Faction 2. There's no errors. The only thing I noticed is there's like tons of flash fuzz all over it, which is different from JPEG fuzz. These are like errors that Flash creates, which I don't know if like he ripped this from Flash or what. I assume he ripped this from the game itself, but like this is the kind like when I talk about Flash errors, like here, at the top of this sign here, like it should be a solid straight line, but Flash like will fuck it up and like create all this weird buzz. Like it, yeah, there should be a line straight right across here, and these little dots that stick up when the lines connect, Flash makes those kind of errors too, even if it looks perfect inside Flash itself. When you try to port the image out, it's all fucked. But that's not the whoever ripped this fault. Yeah, sky doesn't seem breakable. It's fine. I'll be keeping it. This is King's Arena from Castle Crashers. And it looks very much like he used a low-res image here. Like, there's what looks like flash fuzz everywhere, which probably could have been lessened to some extent if he used a higher res image and then just, you know, shrunk it down. Like, I'm seeing it all around this character here. But yeah, if you have access to that original higher res image, just shrink it back, you know, get it, make it bigger, then shrink it back down inside Mugen. It'll look much nicer. Next up, we have the camping grounds from Quake 3, and I like this stage quite a bit. And I like the little Easter egg he put up here in the corner where people are talking in chat. It's funny. It's amusing. But yeah, it's fine. It looks nice. I'll be keeping it. Here we have the Ruin building. I think it's from Jump Ultimate Stars. And it looks really crisp and nice. I think it's pretty damn good. Here we have Tabby's stage from Friday Night Funkin'. And it looks really nice. I mean, there's no sky, so it's pretty tight, but that doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I just won't assign a character that jumps really high a lot in it. But yeah, I definitely like this one. Here we have Duke Nukem Forever, the 2001 build, the penthouse pool. Now, you may know that Duke Nukem Forever was in vaporware, vaporware for like forever. I think this is based on like a beta release or something of an earlier build. And it looks really nice. Might have like, the characters might be, they're probably fine. That door looks pretty close to him. But yeah, it looks nice. I'm definitely keeping it. This is a weird one. It's called Block Party. It's apparently from King.com Royale Games. I don't know what that is. I assume it's some kind of like Flash thing, like Newgrounds, but I don't know. But it is really weird. It looks like it should be in a horror game. Yeah, it's just got these like dolls dancing on like, I guess, music notepads or something, or beat pads. Yeah, this is just weird. But I mean, I don't see any flaws. Next up we have, you have to put the CD in your computer. It's some error message from Lego Island. And the stage is basically a big joke.
Oops, you have to put the CD in your computer.
Yeah, it just does this like over and over.
Oops, you have to put the CD in your computer.
I won't be keeping this. It would have to be a pretty damn funny joke for me to keep it.
CD in your computer.
Here we have the Just Dance 2 Rasputin stage. Probably shouldn't stay in here too long, probably get a like copyright strike. But it's fine. I like the joke that we're on a frozen river because that's how Rasputin died. This is the train. I think it's from Counter-Strike. I've never played Counter-Strike, but I'm assuming that's what the CS stood for in the description. And it's a really nice static image. I mean, we might have a scale problem once again where the characters probably need to be bigger. I mean, if you ever stood on a railroad track, it ain't that wide. But there is a minor issue. Like, he has this block over here and he's just walking on it. And it's like very obviously, you know, just makes it look like you were just walking on an image instead of actually in that place. I'll probably just crop it off if I keep it, which I probably will keep it. Yeah, he really shouldn't put that block there, but otherwise it's pretty damn good. This is Allie from Custom Robo. Got a chibi cat there in the background. There's no flaws in the stage that I've noticed, except the, like, obvious scaling issue once again. Like, if you look at Kung Fu Man compared to that door, I look like a little child compared to it. I can't reach the doorknob. And it's in the background even, so I would be shrinking even more by the time I got to that door. But yeah, it's fine. The next set of stages are all from a Korean beat-em-up called P and Giddy. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it, but it looks like P and Giddy. And they're all kind of basic, like low detail. But anyway, here's Pero's Circus. It's just a simple circus ring with a star in it. And this is Snow Village. He's got 3 separate snow villages that look almost identical. Like, look at the sky. The only difference between that one and the next one is the sky is like a paler shade of blue. And the 3rd snow village, it just looks like the last one, but a different song is playing. Like, I think that's the only difference. These are super basic. We got a Wild West stage, also from P and Giddy. Once again, I know it's a beat-em-up, so the scaling problem isn't actually probably a real thing. Because, you know, beat-em-ups, you, like, walk into the foreground and the background and you stay the same size. Of all the P and Giddy stages, this is probably the best one. Even if it's still just a castle moat. Oh, this one's pretty decent too. I'll probably trim off, like, 2 of those Snow Village things, but maybe I'll keep this set. Maybe I'll find a use for them. This is Polar Berry Jam from Webkins. And I have a feeling the Z offset should be up a couple notches, because I'm pretty sure this is a 2D bridge, but it looks like I'm walking on the side of the bridge instead of, like, on it. So yeah, I think, like, the Z offset should probably be up, like, 4 or 5 pixels. And there's JPEG fuzz everywhere. I'll keep it, but damn, fucking JPEG fuzz. If you have the access to anything that can make PNG image, use that. I can't stress that enough. This is Dogfight from Gradius 3, or Gradius. And I thought the stage was just going to be like open space with nowhere to stand and like not much going on, because there's a ton of like shmup characters in the video game universe. So I was afraid this is just going to be like flying characters only. But not only is that not a case, I absolutely have a walking area. Like, they went the extra mile with these animations. This goes on for like minutes and minutes. Like, it probably goes on for probably 6 minutes at least. All these animations in the background, they get pretty varied too. So like, I have respect for whoever made this stage. Like, the effort they must have put in. I'm definitely keeping it. This is Checkered Tile Path from Yumi Nikki. Kind of feels like the floor is like got its parallax backwards, but I can't really tell. But yeah, this is fine. This is a stage based on Minesweeper. And it's fine enough. It's not broken or anything. This is the core room. It's based on Gunstar Heroes, but I think they edited it off to add a bunch of like Easter eggs in the background. Yeah, like there's all these screens flying by in the back, and if you pay attention to them, I think they have like a bunch of Easter eggs that are like references to treasure games. Like I think there's Marina from Mischief Makers back there right now. And yeah, this stage is really well made. I will definitely be keeping this. This is Puyo Tower from Super Puyo Puyo Su. And it's simple, but I kind of like it. Definitely don't hate it. This is a stage based on Camren. You can see a bunch like an animated Camren video in the background. However, I think this is a stage that is broken in 1.1. I don't think you're supposed to see all this black void behind the video. It definitely doesn't look like that in the screenshot from Mugen Archive. I might try to tighten it up, but I don't know. Just not really feeling this. Maybe it's just because I don't like Camren. Also, I don't like hodgepodges that much. Like, the fact that I know he, like, stole this foreground from something, like, that shouldn't bother me, but it does. This is Yin Hui from Arknights. Just Winter Bridge here. It's fine though. However, I feel like every Arknight character that was released is like an OP just bastard that I couldn't keep because they just auto-kill you. But if I did have some Arknight characters to keep, I probably would definitely keep these stages around. I'm gonna keep it anyway. It's fine, even when we got like old 3D mountains. This is Shamo from Arknights. This stage's theming is really weird. It looks like we're in a mountain, but I don't know if they'd have a fire hydrant like this up in a mountain village, but what do I know? It's fine. This is Stultifera Navis from Arknights. And this is a really nice image, but there's a minor problem with the stage. If you go to the left side, there's like this blurry column, and I do not know why they included that. Like, it's one thing to have like a transparent foreground object that you go behind, but just a big blurry thing to be behind seems kind of just, I would have not made that choice. If it's as simple as going into the file and disabling that layer, I'm absolutely going to do that. Finally, we have Lodalon from Arknights.
Round one.
And this is weird. It's like we're on a music synthesizer on top of a house. And though it is weird, I don't care, I like it. I'll definitely be keeping it. And that's the final one.